Hey everybody, today is video 7 of Realistic Fiction. We are going to keep going with the stories that we've been writing. If you do not want to do that today, or if you haven't started Realistic Fiction, you may always write in your journal, and a great prompt for your journal prompt might be, what did you do this Memorial Day weekend? It was so nice and sunny. What did you do this weekend that was different than regular weekends? Or you also could write a letter. So it's up to you because you are in control of your writing. But I have continued writing my story about Sally and Cheesy. Do you remember the stories that I started? I started a series so that I'm using the same characters, but they're going on different adventures. And I'm on book number 5 now because when I'm not talking to you guys and I'm not making videos and things like that, I'm either painting or writing because I love to write. So I was actually letting a friend of mine read this story the other day because remember, good readers, we write a little, we read a little, we write a little, read a little, write a little, read a little, write a little more. Remember that? Another thing a good writer does is that they get other people to read their writing and then they go back and edit it if they need to. And boy, did I need to edit this story. I'm almost a little embarrassed how much I had to edit. So I'm going to just show you guys what I had to do, okay? So I asked my friend Cassie to read my story and she loved the first part. The first part is kind of the way I begin every series about Sally and Cheesy. And I've introduced another character named Donald also that you'll hear about in a second. So here's my sketch that I did really quickly. Sally's painting, Donald's making something. Cheesy right here, he's just sleeping behind the easel because, you know, he's taking a break. And then there's something going on right here. Okay, here's my story. Sally is an artist who lives in a treehouse. She has a best friend named Donald who likes to build things. They both have a raccoon friend who is quiet and kind. The raccoon's name is Cheesy. They all live on Bryn Mawr Street, right behind the public library in San Rafael. Now, you guys, that gives me an idea that I'm also going to write a story about how they go on an adventure in the library at night. So, real quick, I'm just going to jot that down. I'm going to say library at night. Library at night. Just so I don't forget that idea because I'm going to do so many adventures with them. You do that too, though. If you're writing and you have an idea, just jot it down so you don't forget it later. Okay? Page number 2. One sunny summer day, they were all creating in the treehouse when they heard and I said loud right here, but you can see I crossed it out because I wanted to use a fancier word. I said deafening. When they heard a deafening noise, it was so loud they couldn't hear each other. See? Here's my 3rd page. What was that? What? What was that noise? I can't hear you because of all that noise. What? This is where my friend Cassie was like, oh, Miss Courtney, who's talking? What's going on in this story? So I had to go back and do some editing because I realized that I am having a whole conversation with my 2 characters, Donald and Sally, but I didn't tell anybody who's saying what, so that when the reader reads it, they don't know who's saying what, and it's really confusing. So I need to fix that. And so instead of, I'm just going to cross that out and just redo it because I need to say what the people are saying. So I'm going to start again right here. I'm going to put my quotation marks because I'm going to write down exactly what the first person is saying. And in my brain, I know that Sally is the one who says, what was that? But Sally is not just going to say, what was that? No way. I don't want the reader to say, what was that? I want the reader to go, what was that? Like Sally's kind of like scared and excited. So I'm going to say, what was that? Put my quotations and marks around it because it's holding exactly what she said. What was that? And then I'm going to say, Sally, what do I want to say? Sally shouted. Oh, you know, actually, I think I'm going to say Sally screamed. Can you really visualize that? That she's really scared. There was this loud noise and she's like, what was that? Sally screamed. And then I'm going to have Donald say, what? Donald. I'm going to have him yell that. Donald yelled, what? Donald yelled. And then Sally's going to say, do you see how I'm putting quotation marks just around what they said? Sally's going to say, what was that noise? I'm going to put an exclamation mark because she's screaming it and a question mark because it's the question. And then since I said Sally screamed, I'm going to say Sally screamed even louder. Uh-oh, look, I put a space there that does not need to be there. So I'm going to cross that out and I'm going to write it right on top. I'm just going to go ahead and fix that. Okay, let's read so far. What was that? Sally screamed. What? Donald yelled. What was that noise? Sally screamed even louder. Now Donald is going to scream back. I can't hear you. I'm going to say, I can't hear you because of that noise. I can't hear you because of that noise. That's what Donald said. Donald yelled. All right, let's see. What was that? Sally screamed. What? Donald yelled. What was that noise? Sally screamed even louder. I can't hear you because of that noise, Donald yelled. Yeah, now can you really, like if you were reading it and not in my head, then you'd be able to see who is saying what and how they are saying it. Now, I think also to add just a little bit more of interest in my story, I'm not only going to make action with the dialogue, with what they're saying, but I'm actually going to make my characters move also. So I think I'm going to have Donald be the really brave person in this story because it's my story. I'm in control. I get to make it up. So Donald's going to be the brave one, and Donald's going to yell, let's go take a look, or yeah, that's what he's going to yell. But I think he's going to put his hands over his ears because the noise is so loud. So I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to say, Donald covered his ears and yelled, because I don't want to say that he just said it, he yelled it. Let's go take a look. Okay, Donald covered his ears and yelled, let's go take a look. But Sally, you guys, I think Sally's kind of scared of that loud noise. Loud noises scare me. So that, and I'm an artist, so I think that's okay for Sally to be a little scared. So I'm going to say, but Sally, I think she's going to hold her stomach and kind of put her head down. So let's see. But Sally held her tummy, and I'm going to say she lowered her head. And then she's going to say, I'm scared. But she's not going to say, I'm scared, because that's not how you say things when you're scared usually. I think she's going to say it so quietly. She's going to whisper it. Yeah, she lowered her head and whispered. She's going to whisper, I'm going to put my quotation marks, I'm scared. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to keep working on my story because that's what I do. And I expect you to work on your story too. But would it be fair if I said the end? Or if I said to be continued, haha? that's not really fair in the story. So I'm going to keep working so that you guys get to find out if the noise is something that's really scary and it's going to hurt them, or if it can be explained away. So I'm going to keep working. I want you guys to work on your story. You should have, I mean, if you've been doing realistic fiction, we've been doing it for a while, so you should have many stories. So you decide today, do you want to keep working on a story that you've already started? Do you want to make a second or third or a fourth or a fifth book in a series that you've already started? Are you ready to publish? I don't know. It's up to you to decide, okay? Or maybe, like I had to do you want to give your book to somebody else and have them read it? And remember, if somebody can't read a word that you wrote, do you do like this? Oh, I'm not a good reader. No way, of course not. If somebody can't read what you wrote, you go back and you sound it out better. You remember how to sound out, like if you want to sound out the word exclaimed, right? You'd say eh. You put down the E. X, KS, or X, right? Yeah, you just sound that word out and put all of those sounds down so that they can read your writing, okay? Do your very best. There will not be a video on Wednesday, but there will be one on Thursday. On Wednesday, I want you to keep writing on your stories, okay? Bye, everybody. Be brave.